I'm Phil Gaimon. I was a pro cyclist for 10 years. Now I'm retired, but I still train as hard as I can to set the best times on the toughest climbs I can find and go on fun adventures on my bike all over the world. This is Worst Retirement Ever.
Howdy folks, today I'm going to bring you on a training ride. It's kind of week 2 in after my off season, so not the typical time to do an off season and a restart, but that's what you got to do. Basically when you start back up, you can't kill yourself. You don't start just doing 20-hour weeks again. So this week from my coach, my number is 12 hours, and I've got some little intervals. You also don't go straight into intensity real hard. Just doing some tempo, sweet spot, stuff like that. So we started, the tempo intervals I have are 15 minutes. And for 15-minute climbs, I would like to ride in Hollywood, the Hollywood hills. Like Malibu, there's obviously, the hills are just bigger. So for longer stuff, I'll go there. For shorter things, it's kind of fun to ride in the city. So I park my car at the bottom of Multiview Drive. So on the valley side. I used to live like 5 minutes from here by bike. I just love this climb. It's short. There's some really nice views. So that's Griffith Park over there. You can see the Hollywood sign. That's Universal Studios. You can see Hogwarts. And then this goes up like everything else to Mulholland Drive, where the other side there's lots of climbs that are perfect for my 15-minute tempos. Multiview, when I lived over here, that was just the closest way to get to Mulholland, so I really would start and finish every ride on this road, and it never got old. It's nice to be back on this part of town. I did drive to start my ride today because it would take an extra hour. I'm trying to keep my mileage on the low side this week, so hopped in the car. And here's Mulholland. So now we're taking Nichols Canyon down onto the Hollywood side of the hill. So the bottom of Nichols Canyon is Hollywood Boulevard. Yeah. There was a point where I was living here and I was still racing, and I was kind of pitching a TV show. And the first time I went to pitch it, I like valeted my car, you know, a talent agency, wore a polo, which, you know, you'll never see me in for a reason. And then quickly I realized, like, the way Hollywood and maybe everything else works is every meeting they say yes and it sounds good, and then nothing happens. So pretty quickly I gave up on driving to those meetings, and I would just work them into my training. So I'd like literally show up in my kit at a fancy restaurant and lock the bike up, and you know, I didn't get a TV show, but I'm here instead, and frankly it's better. Now, one block over from Hollywood Boulevard is Sunset Boulevard, and I made a quick right on a Sunset Plaza. It's a nice little climb for my first interval. I'll see you guys at the end. So I got to Sunset Plaza in 14 minutes even, which means I owe you one minute, Coach Frank. I'll make that up later. Really, like, when I do intervals, ideally if you can follow your coach, obviously that's the move. If I could just do 3x15 like I was told. But what's most important is you get the amount of time in. So if I have to do 3 by 12 and then another 9 minutes later. As long as I'm getting in the time at tempo, that's kind of a compromise that I'm willing to make. Here's your view. I always want to just dive into that pool. Wish Steve-O was here, you could do it. All right, we're now in Beverly Hills, and we're gonna start the second climb here at one of my local favorites, Benedict Canyon. There's a lot of little fingers on this one, so there's many ways up. I'm just gonna do the traditional. There's a Beverly Hills hotel. I'm gonna go that away for interval number 2. Halfway through. All right, we're 5 minutes in. I think I'll get my extra minute that I owe out of this one. Benedict goes a little higher than Sunset. So that was interval number 2. Got me to the top of Benedict Canyon. I did a little extra. So now that was 17 and a half minutes. I did 2. Only have a little bit of tempo left. I'm gonna take a little break. You know, I've earned it. Back on Sunset Boulevard now, headed north. So anyway, today we're gonna do that. We're gonna have, I'm just gonna meet with somebody for coffee and, you know, a cookie. It's me after all. Now, one of the things I really like about riding in LA is the contrast. How you can be up on Sunset Plaza, doing intervals, smashing yourself. You can literally just coast back into town. And when I was a pro, I'd like go out there, do 6,000 feet climbing, and then go have a $12 sandwich in Beverly Hills, and then go back up and just, you know, I'm having my day and everyone else is having theirs. My coffee date today is with Anthony of sponsor Firefly. He got me a cookie. Oh, and this is, I like that angle. Maybe I'll just leave it there for half an hour. They don't want to look at me. Look at that pretty cookie. A nice espresso. Anthony's in the city, so we thought we'd meet face to face. And you were gonna show me how to put on. I was doing it wrong. Was I doing it wrong? Kinda. But first, I'm gonna eat a cookie. So the Firefly, it's a stimulation thing, but it's not that kind of stimulation. It's more comparable to like a compression kind of therapy, or that's really what it is. So it's
technically it is a muscle stim, but it's a modified muscle stim to focus on the nervous system. What we found is if we can stimulate the nervous system, we can act more like compression, and react. The body reacts to us more like compression than it does actual stimulation. So stimulation.
It's not going to give you abs.
No,
okay,
no.
Turn that off.
No.
Don't put it over there. No, it's you stick it. Well, show me where to.
Yep. So
I can put it a little bit too
visually,
high.
it was looking you were a little high on the videos, but this is your fibular head right here.
Okay.
So if you put that line right over the fibular head, and then you gel it down there. Okay. So again, I think you were maybe a little further up here.
Yeah,
which that nerve does go up here, and you're fine.
I knew it was working because it was making my foot do a little tick.
Yeah.
When it's rolling, your foot will just do that involuntarily. It's not on right now, but I'm acting.
And then now we just you got 7 levels. So you just hit it. It's going to give you the green light.
Yep. So
and because you're so lean, it's going to trigger you right at 1. The other thing is if you fully extend
despite the cookie I just did.
If you put your leg up fully extended, you'll find that it's contractions less because the nerve buries a little bit more. So because you're so lean, if you find that you don't like that harsh in a sitting position, just kind of flex your knee a little and you'll notice that it's less harsh.
Okay. It doesn't bother.
But it's not painful.
Yeah, no, it just makes you do that.
And then
that does explain why, because so it's nice that I'll wear that. Basically, like you can't wear the compression boots while you're in the car or airplane. So I have worn these while driving. It doesn't make me twitch. That explains why I was doing that. All right, so it goes there and not there. That's what I've learned today. So I went back down Benedict Canyon, and you know, small towns like Los Angeles, you're bound to run into somebody you might know. This guy, my friend Michael Muni. Dude, remind me, what do you do for a living?
I put stickers on bikes.
Where are you headed today? I got one more interval. Where were you about to go? I know you live over near where I parked, actually.
Well, I actually have the day off of filming.
Oh yeah.
On the set at Paramount. I wrapped last night, so So the ride today for me was just gonna finish up going up Franklin if you want.
I'll go up Franklin, yeah. All right. So I did a Sunset Plaza, now Benedict Canyon, and now Franklin. That's perfect. Got some tempo left. Feel like doing some tempo?
Tempo, I'm down. And I have to say, when I just ran into you coming up a canyon, it was so good to see you breathing hard and snot all over your face and like going fast again. This is fun.
What could I say? You know, that's how we like to hang out.
You're
Snot-faced. I wiped it before the GoPro went on.
Oh, it was like a legit hunk, like right hanging between the two nostrils.
Listen, we don't all have pretty faces like you. All right, 330 watts. You hydrated?
I'm ready.
Hang on, let me hydrate. All right, we're both hydrated. Let's do it.
Let's do it, man.
How's it going?
Yippee-ki-yay, mother.
He's fine. Almost at the top. Not bad for an actor. You know, he's acting like a cyclist. All right, that's the top. That's the top. Oh, 1 more minute of tempo, so I'm gonna do it on this roller on Mulholland. 1 more minute.
Damn you, Phil.
You got this. That's Coldwater Canyon below us. There's Hollywood over there. And there's my power, well, my Wahoo power meter's in there. All right, that's it. So we got a full 45 minutes at 330 watts. And the ride's gonna be a total of 2.5 hours. So nothing crazy, but you'll be surprised how quickly it builds up to crazy. And I'll be surprised how quickly I feel back to my old fast self. Yeah. Here's a nice view from, we're almost at the top of Multi-View. Over that, you can't quite see it, but over that little ridge is Baldy. So that's the Hollywood sign. You can see the letters on there. But over that is Baldy. It does have some snow on it. So over here, it's a nice, you know, I got a long sleeve black bibs on, but you don't need a jacket. And then up there, it's a whole other frozen tundra situation, right?
Yeah. Wait.
You just can't help but model wherever you stand.
What year am I? I'm so 2016.
Oh yeah, that's a move.
This is Strava pose.
Top of the hill. So, you know, it's champion. All right, I'm gonna coast home.
Wait, did you say I'm modeling? Yeah, let's coast home.
Do I have to pay you for this?
Let's coast home.
This is free, so that's cool. All right, it's not out yet, but plug your show. What's the show you're shooting now?
Truth Be Told, Paramount Pictures, Apple TV. Check.
Truth Be Told. So everybody there. And what's the surprise ending at the end of the season?
I can't tell.
Okay, all right. I tried to get him fired. If I got him fired, he'd ride with me more. All right, now we coast down good old Multi-View. I don't know why they call it that. You know? It's weird.
There's only one view. It's just like 360 degrees.
Yeah. I'm gonna put the camera down so I don't crash. Now before I put the bike back on the car, I'm gonna take a little shower. I've got a haircut. I'm Hollywood or LA enough that I'm loyal to the person who cuts my hair, and she lives in my old neighborhood. So part of this little trip was to swing by Burbank and get a trim. So next time I post a video, make sure you tell my haircut looks good, or that means you hate it. But so as to not, I'll shampoo there, but so as to not offend Sarah, I'm gonna take a little towel shower with the chamois butter sport wash. So I'm gonna do that. You don't have to watch it, and we'll see you next time for you know, a slightly harder training ride. See ya. Oh, and of course, thanks to Anthony, I will be recovering while I get my haircut, because we multitask. I'm a busy man, you know, busy man.